Hey friends, what's up? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to share with you a little bit of a different video that I don't know if I've shared, if ever, or maybe in a really long time. So this week what I decided to do is to grocery shop for the entire week, Monday through Sunday, or Sunday through Monday. Wait, Sunday through Saturday, whatever day you start your week on. For me, my week starts on a Monday. Anyways, what I decided to do is to shop for my husband and I based on a meal plan that I created to feed us for an entire week. My budget was $75 and I decided to save myself some time and shop at Albertsons through the Albertson app and pay an extra $4 for delivery. Because I'm an Albertsons special member, whatever it's called, I saved a little bit of money on my groceries. I think it was like $82 to start and then went down to $72, and then with delivery it was $76 minus tip. So still hit that $75 budget if you ask me, because I was at $72 and the delivery was completely an optional thing. Anyways, unlike most of my meal plans that I feel like are super dirt cheap and almost, if we want to say, unobtainable because there's so much food that you have to make from scratch, I decided this week to do a really realistic week of food, and a lot of these things are convenient options, or I should say more convenient options. I still am making a lot of meals, but I'm also thinking of myself throughout the busy week. What is going to nourish me and my husband, but also be super hearty and convenient and, you know, easy? What 10-minute meal can I throw together at dinner time, but we can also take leftovers with me and my husband for lunch? Anyways, I'm going to share with you what I'm making this week, starting out with sharing breakfast, and I'll do a full grocery haul at the end of today's video instead of the beginning, but you're going to see breakfasts, lunches, and dinners, and then a full grocery haul. So we have a week packed of food. I hope you enjoyed this video. Start by giving it a huge thumbs up, and of course subscribe so you never miss a new video by me. My name is Miranda, in case you are new here, and I love to share low budget meals, weeks of meals, meal plans, anything on a budget, plus what I eat in a day, just all things plant-based living. All right, it's time to show you what we're having for breakfast this week. Breakfast options. See what I meant by partially convenient? We can do oats with bananas, chex, which were 2 for $4. I thought that was a great price. And I had a coupon and I got some fetch rewards. So win-win, win-win, win-win-win. Applesauce, because applesauce is a little bit cheaper than apples, but here's my thoughts for breakfast. Chex with bananas. I got 6 bananas, 2 boxes of chex. This would probably last us even longer than 1 week, but we can also have it for snacks. You're gonna see me make some muffins with oatmeal and applesauce, but that's simple, right? Like something I can take with me. Of course, I can make ahead these muffins and have them for a snack or for breakfast. And then chex is super simple to take with us. So that's breakfast for this week. And like I said, that's a lot of food for 7 days and 2 people. You're probably wondering, what are you gonna have with that cereal? Well, I forgot to share with you. I grabbed this. Unfortunately, it is not the one I ordered. It was a substitution. I ordered some kind of oat milk so my husband and I could both drink it because he can't have almonds. So I do have to get another milk, but this is also in my grocery haul as I'm setting it all out. I'm realizing, hey, you're probably thinking, why did you get chex but no milk? And I also had a coupon on this, so I got this for $2 and also got fetch rewards on it. So I feel like this is pretty good for a breakfast. But yes, there's milk with it. Okay, here's all the ingredients for a lunch. Let's walk through what lunches are gonna be this week. And you know, then we're gonna make them together. Okay, so for my husband, I decided to go with some, well, this is not for every day. Okay, I just want you to know that all of this is for the entire week of lunches, 7 days, but this is just some of them. This is just for him because I cannot eat these noodles anymore because they're not gluten-free, and I do try to eat as much gluten-free as I can because otherwise my stomach is a hot mess. I don't have celiacs, but I just can't eat as much gluten as I wish or used to. Okay, so I do have veggie broth on hand, and I just grabbed some soy sauce flavor noodles because those are his favorite, and some stir fry, and I'm just gonna make those up for him every single day if I have to, or send it with him to work. Super easy peasy. You can do any kind of vegetables you want, and then I'll add some brown mustard. You'll see me make these in a little bit. Another awesome option, I'm gonna throw some rice in my pressure cooker, steam some edamame, and shred some carrots and pickle them, and have like a mock little sushi bowl. Is it even called sushi if it's a poke bowl? That's it. Little poke bowl. High protein, high starch, and a veggie. Super easy to throw together. Again, this is something you can take with you if you just want to make the rice, pickle the carrots, steam this whichever. It'll make a couple bowls for the week, and I only really need to get through lunches for 7 days, so this should make a lot of food. An extra thing that I did grab, because when I shop based on what I have on hand. I grabbed 5 pounds of potatoes in case I want to make mashed or roasted potatoes to throw with anything that we've already made, but this doesn't specifically have a attachment to it for a meal. But honestly, my husband and I love mashed potatoes, and we will literally eat these with green beans and call it a meal, so there we go. I got 5 pounds of mashed potatoes. Another meal that I'm going to make is a lasagna one-pot recipe. I actually saw this on Alyssa All Day's channel a long time ago, and then recently I watched her videos, like old videos again, and saw it. So we're gonna shred some zucchini, chop an onion, put some tomatoes in it, add some gluten-free lasagna, call it a one-pot meal. You'll see that one here in a little bit. Raise your hand and give this video a big thumbs up if you love simple, easy one-pot meals. They're my favorite because I literally can just like chop everything up, throw it in the pot, and it's so easy. I like them more than crock pot. I like them more than Instant Pot, pressure cooker. They fit my lifestyle because they're just so easy. So for this one, you don't have to make it ahead if you don't want to. This pasta actually does perform, quote unquote, perform well reheated. I know a lot of gluten-free pastas basically turn to, well, they kind of dissolve and disintegrate. I don't know. They have a weird texture if you rewarm them up. This one's like good to go. I've used this one in the past. I shared a video in December with me making, what did I make? A lasagna? I think so. It just needed more sauce. I actually prefer the one pot lasagna over that. So this was really good. We had leftovers for the next day. The only lunch I forgot to film was the ramen lunch because I ended up just sending the ramen with my husband to lunch. So my apologies. All I did, I have an old video here on my channel. I will try to link it if I can remember. If I forget, I will, I will be reminded by one of you all, I'm sure. But you just take ramen and the frozen veggies, you cook them together in a pot. I like to add some brown mustard or spicy mustard and a little bit of soy sauce or coconut aminos, and that's it. It's a super simple meal. So as you can see, I went ahead and the onions and the zucchini, I made them really fine and kind of hid them a little bit in the sauce. The sauce was super good. Broke up the lasagna noodles, cooked them for about 8 minutes. The package says 7. I did like 8 to 9 because one, I need a little bit bigger of a pot for all these noodles, but this turned out so good. I highly recommend giving this one a try if you have a family and you can hide some veggies in there. I will also link down below the little food processor thing that I use. It's a 3-in-1. I love it. You don't have to plug it in. I charge it like once a month. It's awesome. So if you need something super handy, I mean, I really like it. You might too. As you can see, this was sitting for a little bit before I got back to it, but once I mixed it around, it was super good, super saucy. My husband loved it, and this will probably be on our must-make very often kind of meals because it was super easy. It was thrown together in like 12 minutes. Can't beat that. If you clicked on today's video, there's a good chance it's because of budget and you're looking to save money in your own home. And I'm super excited to share with you that I'm partnering with Earth Breeze for today's video. So not only are you going to get awesome tips, tricks, a grocery haul on an insane way to save money on your own groceries, but I can save you a ton of money on your laundry, which if you are like me and my husband, we do a lot of laundry and it's just the two of us. So if you have a family, this is going to save you a ton of money. Earth Breeze Eco Sheets 100% dissolve in water and any type of washing machine. Unlike old-fashioned detergent that can be up to 90% water, and you have those huge plastic jugs that you have to lug around, and of course they end up in landfills. Earth Breeze Eco Sheets are compact, biodegradable, and plastic-free. Their flexible subscriptions can be adjusted, paused, or canceled at any time without penalty. And good news, guys, they are vegan and cruelty-free. As you know, I am a runner, and I'm so impressed with Earth Breeze's ability to clean my stinky, sweaty running clothes and my husband's. He's not a runner, but he works out a lot. He also has a really tough, challenging job, and he brings me home some stinky clothes, and I am super impressed. They leave our clothes feeling fresh and restored. With their Buy One, Give 10 initiative, each purchase donates 10 loads of detergent to a charitable cause of your choice. 100% satisfaction or your money back. Most importantly, Earth Breeze is tough on stains and removes odor. There's no reason not to switch. Go to earthbreeze.com/Miranda to get started with 40% off. That's earthbreeze.com/Miranda for 40% off your subscription. Dinner ingredients. I'm making 3 dinners. We should have lots of leftovers in combination because there's just the 2 of us. So this definitely will fill us up for the entire week because really, like, this is a lot of food, especially once I tell you what we're gonna make. Okay, so the lentils over here, I'm actually gonna go with 2 meals. So let's start over here. Lentils, mixed vegetables, crushed tomatoes, and onion. And I did go the easy route because I want this done in like 10 minutes or less if I can make it. Once I prep the lentils, like I'm good. I just need to throw this together. I do have, as you saw, the other potatoes, so I could possibly stretch this, but I'm planning on making 2 shepherd's pies, yes, with these mashed potatoes because again, it's just super easy. And these are gluten-free, but are they dairy-free? I thought they said on the website. Okay, yes, they are. Thank God. I was like, wait a second. Do those have butter in them? No, they don't. Okay, so shepherd's pie. Another thing we'd love to make, and I've shared this quite a few times in different variations, is like an enchilada pie. We're gonna do refried beans inside the corn tortillas, crushed tomatoes, and the enchilada sauce mixed together so they're super saucy. I got the super pack. It's 2 pounds, and this was like $1.69. Like you literally can't beat it. Hide some veggies in it, just so we have veggies at almost every meal. Don't come at me. I'm doing my best. My husband also doesn't love vegetables, so shred those down, put those inside here with the beans. It's gonna be awesome. And I get the no-fat ones, so that way they are plant-based. Scooching the lentils back over to here, it's a taco lentil soup, onion, corn, tomatoes, lentils, some zucchini finely chopped, and I'm gonna make homemade bread for my husband. Again, not gluten-free. He loves this stuff, and also it's a really great way to bulk up the soup so he can have some toast on the side if he wants to, and this will make a ton of soup. We've made this a few times before in the past. I've shared this recipe, I believe, twice, maybe even 3 times in budget meals with different style of beans. You can do black beans, pinto beans, whatever you want. Yes, it would be cheaper to do pinto beans for this, but again, convenience, as you can see. Anyways, I'm gonna make the lentils up, throw this together, and this will be plenty for our nights this week. I have made so many different types of enchiladas here on my channel. I know I did one in November. I will, again, try to link that video if I remember. For 60-cent meals, I just shared with you like refried beans, enchilada sauce, corn tortillas, 3 ingredients, super simple. Well, I decided with this one to hide the veggies inside, again, using that same food processor, mixing with the beans. You can mix onions, different veggies in here. I feel like the beans hide the vegetables so well, and you're probably like, why are you talking about hiding vegetables so much? My husband, like, he'll eat vegetables, but like he would prefer not to. So if I hide them, there's no like, what's in here? It's like, oh, this is pretty good. And they're just really simple. This is just a quick lunch that I threw together for myself, and I had this for 2 days. You could definitely make this more lasagna style. Yes, I know my tortillas are ripping. No, I do not care. And then I put the tomatoes and enchilada sauce on the top. And the reason I got the tomatoes to go with the enchilada sauce is because that's just what I prefer. You could do more enchilada sauce if you want to. I really like tomatoes. So the 2 of them combined was super budget friendly and super saucy. I didn't even leave them in the oven as long as I normally do. Normally I make them so they're really crispy. I think this meal is something that doesn't heat up as well, but it's something that you can throw together in like 10 minutes. The shepherd's pie, I made the lentils ahead. If you saw that really quick stovetop, I will link a stovetop recipe for lentils down below. But I've made this, again, many different variations here on my channel. It's super easy. The potatoes, honestly, game changer. Now, I'm someone who likes to always have mashed potatoes on hand, but this week I was super busy, but like we still got to eat. And sometimes taking the more convenient option, it can be budget friendly, it can be easy, and it can still be delicious. So I went ahead and made the potatoes just like the box said, minus the butter and oil because I don't really care for that. And then put that on top of my shepherd's pie. I didn't even like mix everything together. I just kind of layered it. Veggies, lentils, crushed tomatoes. You could add any additional seasonings you wanted to. I was actually making this ahead along with the taco soup that you're going to see in a little bit, but I had enough to make 3 shepherd's pies, and that's a lot of food. I feel like that's a ton of food for dinners. My husband ate half of the shepherd's pie every time, and then I had a little bit left over if I wanted to take it for lunch or have a second dinner. We aren't like traditional with our meals, breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack. It's kind of like whatever the day plays out. When I do a what I eat in a day, I try to make it on a day that I can share breakfast, lunch, snack,
dinner. But if we're being honest, some days I have 3 breakfasts and a dinner. You know what I mean? Like, life is crazy. You don't need to be perfect. But I would highly recommend a couple of these shepherd's pies, even if you just pop them in your freezer. So you have a freezer meal made ahead. If you don't like instant mashed potatoes, cool, use regular, but it was just super convenient. Again, something I could throw together once the lentils were made and pop in my oven. I cook it for, I want to say like 25 to 30 minutes to make sure everything's nice and cooked and warm, but you could honestly heat everything up, the veggies, the lentils, the sauce, put the potatoes on top, throw it under the broiler for like 10 minutes to crisp those up, because the potatoes, when they are crispy, 20 minutes, that's what I did. I made sure to add a note. Anyways, 20 to 30 minutes, whatever. Make sure they're nice and crispy, and this shepherd's pie will be super delicious. You're going to love it. Again, you can make it ahead and pop it in your freezer. Okay, the taco soup, I just chopped the veggies really quickly, put everything in the pot this day, brought it to a boil, and then turned it down to a simmer for like 30 minutes. I could have definitely used my food processor again and made them really tiny, but I wanted something different, something chunky. My husband can pick out the zucchini, really, if he doesn't want to eat it. He did eat it. He likes zucchini and certain things, like he likes it in soup. I make this tomato, zucchini, onion soup all the time. I don't even know if I've ever made it for my channel, but we used to make it all the time when we lived in Ohio. It was kind of like our cozy soup, and we always had it with toast. I don't think I've made it for my channel, but literally it's all it is. So anyways, like I said, threw everything in the pot, added some additional seasonings. You can add any seasonings you want, or you don't have to use any. Brought it to a boil. Once it came to a boil, brought it down to a simmer, let it sit for 30 minutes, and it was so delicious. And it made so much soup, literally so much. And I had a lot of lentils left over. So if I wanted to do the potatoes that I shared in the grocery haul or in the lunch haul, which I ended up not even getting to this week, just because it was such a crazy week, I didn't end up making any mashed potatoes or any roasted potatoes, but I had a lot of lentils left over. Like I said, I made 3 shepherd's pies. You're only seeing like a small window of everything that was made for the week, if that makes sense. So don't think this is the only pot of soup or the only shepherd's pie, because that just definitely would not be enough food. And then for my husband, I like to always add a homemade bread. He loves bread and butter. I feel like most people do. I do eat gluten-free, so I don't enjoy this bread anymore. I could have made a gluten-free bread this week, but I just decided not to. This bread is super simple. It's technically 3 ingredients, because they say I don't even understand why they call it 3-ingredient bread, because it has yeast, salt, flour, and water, and technically that's 4 ingredients. But I like to add a lot of times different seasonings. I have a whole bread video made, and I'm gonna make a new one. I keep saying I'm gonna make a new one, and I haven't yet, because it's a lot of work to make a lot of different breads. But I'll link that bread video down below, and I will also link this recipe on my blog so you can check it out. But if you have nutritional yeast or rosemary or Italian seasoning or any kind of seasoning you want to add it. It amps up this bread flavor so much. And then you can go ahead and let it sit. You can store it on your countertop for a couple days. It never lasts long in our house. One of these loaves that I made this very day, we end up giving to a neighbor. So like, it doesn't last long, but it's super easy, super inexpensive, way cheaper than store-bought bread, as long as, you can even make it gluten-free if you want to. I have a couple gluten-free bread recipes on my blog. You can check them out. But I feel like for the cost of this bread, and kind of just to add on to the shepherd's pie or the taco soup or the lasagna, I mean, who doesn't love fresh bread with their meal? It's like awesome. Anyways, I definitely think you should give it a try, because you're gonna love it.
Okay, we're doing 2 different kinds of breads, and I'm not going to do my Dutch oven because I want to show a couple different methods. So into the preheating oven, we're going to put 1 of these bread pans and 1 glass baking dish. Gonna heat those up. so pretty. Look how perfect. I love this split right here. It makes me so happy. I love the little dusting of flour. So here's my traditional loaf. And here's my round loaf. As you can see, this one is a little bit crispier already, but no need to worry. They're gonna go back in for 15 minutes and get nice and crispy on the top, and then they're gonna fully cool and be ready to eat. Okay, here is an overall scan of the grocery haul. A combination of fresh, frozen, and can is always my go-to. But again, I have a few more convenient options than normally just because I'm trying to make life easy on myself. So obviously you've seen almost all the ingredients now, but I want to give a pan over so you can see total. Like I said, it was $72 and some change for everything that you see here. And I share this just so you guys can kind of have a database, if you will. Like, it might be less or more than what you spend, but at least you can kind of see in general. For $72 and some change, this is what I got, and those were the meals I made this week. I did want to quickly add that when I am shopping, I'm shopping based on the items I already have on hand in my pantry, fridge, and freezer. But for these types of meal plans, the only thing I don't take into consideration is seasonings and sauces or dressings we might use that we have on hand. Just like you guys, you're not gonna go buy a bottle of hot sauce to include in your budget if you already have it. So if you don't have hot sauce or soy sauce or spicy mustard or some kind of seasoning that I used in today's meal plan, you of course can go out and purchase that and add it into your own budget or use what you have on hand. Again, when you go out and go, I'm gonna spend $150 this week on groceries, you're not gonna purchase things you already have, because unless you're gonna use them, right? Like, again, it's common sense, but I always try to add those little tidbits in, because sauces, seasonings, dressings, 100% not something you absolutely need in this meal plan. You can just make what I have and call it a day. I used to do that all the time when I started here on YouTube, creating and sharing our budget meals, because I didn't season anything. So if you don't have it, don't worry about it. If you want to purchase it, you can fit it into your budget, or you can use what you already have on hand, because that's the best way to shop. Pantry, fridge, and freezer first. Okay, that's all I wanted to add really quickly. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. I hope you really enjoyed it. I hope you got some awesome meal ideas for you and your own family. Let me know in the comments below which meal you're gonna make first. And of course, hit that thumbs up if you haven't already, subscribe, and I'll see you in a new video very soon. Bye-bye.